In today's video, we're talking about the Majestic software -8 Q400, which has now been confirmed for coming to Microsoft Flight Sim. With Black Friday being out of the way, we've still got some fantastic deals that I found across the internet to stop you from getting caught out with fake deals, so I'll be sharing them today. Without further delay, let's get right into this Microsoft Flight Sim news video for both PC and Xbox. Okay, yes, so we're starting off with the Majestic software -8 Q400. They released some detailed plans on their forum, finally giving us an insight into their work with Microsoft Flight Sim. They basically said that over the last 2 years, Microsoft Flight Sim as a whole and in terms of its SDK has made such awesome steps that they're now willing to port it over. Now, it does worry me slightly that they're not building this from the ground up, because normally whenever you get port overs, something doesn't look right with them. Normally it's textures. Systems are normally fine to port over for the most part if it's coming from P3D, but if they're porting over the model and textures from their previous P3D models, then it's slightly concerning. Now, for those of you who don't know, the de Havilland Canada Q400-8 is a turboprop regional airliner, probably one of the more successful out there of its type. I'm sharing some P3D screenshots, and this product as a whole, in terms of Majestic's Q400, was well known as being highly realistic and incredibly immersive. But the fact they're porting it over and not building it up from the ground is slightly concerning. Let me know of your thoughts down below. However, they also give us a new announcement that the slightly smaller Q300 will be built from the ground up for Microsoft Flight Sim, but this will only be after the Q400 port over is complete. Both of these will be payware. No information on Xbox, but I'd imagine by the time next year WASM support comes over, there should be very little difference between PC and Xbox in terms of add-ons, so it wouldn't surprise me if it did come over there. All in all, it's some pretty good news, but there is a bit of worry in the back of my mind with the port over. I don't know how that's going to go. Now we move over to Aerosoft. They've released their Offshore Landmarks North Sea package for Microsoft Flight Sim on PC, and this will be coming over to Xbox. It's been submitted onto the marketplace, so it should be with us shortly. Now, this adds plenty of points of interest in the North Sea and surrounding water, from the Irish Sea up to the Nordics, basically adding oil rigs, boats and the likes of that in this ocean. It's pretty exciting for me as I work very close to the oil and gas industry in terms of aviation, so I've had some great fun with it. Aerosoft did provide me with a copy to look at before it's released, and I've even made a video on it, so do go check that out. If you're interested in it. I would recommend it if you like that type of aviation and if you like helicopter flying. It's only €14 and it really does add a barrel load of stuff into the water. Really can't complain. Now we move over to some Black Friday offers. I know it's out of the way, but there is some really good offers out there in between the bad ones. I've said it before, but be sure you do check out the offers, because sometimes they're not offers. You know, companies will raise prices the week before and then drop them down to catch people out and make it look like it's on offer. Alas, I found some good ones on the screen now. We've got the Honeycomb Bravo Throttle Quadrant for £150 here in the UK and over in Ireland as well, of course equivalent in euros. An absolute bargain. £150, it's normally even more than this in the UK at about £250 to £300. I think Father Christmas has picked this one up for me. Moving over to the USA, on good old Amazon, you can pick up the Thrustmaster T1600M FCS flight pack, which includes the flight stick, throttle and pedals, all in all for $160. An absolute bargain. Now, I've tried the stick here and I currently still use the rudder pedals, and the rudder pedals in themselves, when I bought them last year, were basically £100, so that's $120 almost. So that's a fantastic bargain. And if you're on Xbox, you can pick up the Thrustmaster T-Flight HOTAS 1, which works with the Xbox Series X and S and the Xbox One and PC, of course. You can pick that up for $60, and that's a fantastic starter pack for those of you that may have just picked up Microsoft Flight Sim on Xbox or PC. I'd recommend it. It's what I started my Flight Sim journey with. Of course, on the marketplace as well, there's almost 1,000 discounts, but do keep an eye out here. The marketplace is normally more expensive than external developers. If you'd like to see more deals, please head over to my inclusive Black Friday deals video where I discuss some of the best deals on there, and all of the hardware links can be found down below. And finally, DC Designs have released their Harrier 2 jump jet, the AV8 for Microsoft Flight Sim. Of course, this famous VTOL aircraft looks fantastic in Microsoft Flight Sim. DC Designs aren't known for the highest quality products, but they're known for consistent and consistently good products, so maybe you should check it out. It's not my cup of tea, to be fair, but you can pick it up for €30, so if you're into this type of aviation, it's now out. It seems like VTOL capabilities have been modelled really well. I'm a big fan of the F-35 in Microsoft Flight Sim, but I'll be perfectly clear with you, I'm not the biggest fan of DC Designs products. I always find their cockpit textures to be a bit lackluster. I know they say it's for performance, but if we've seen anything like the PMDG 737, cockpit textures can still be pretty good and not look like a previous generation simulator, and you can still have good performance. There's my 2 cents anyway. From me today, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here today. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you around. Bye bye.